Welcome back to another episode of We Roguelike It. I'm your host, Boston. Joining me as always is Moonpier
Bonjour, Dr.
and
Moon.
Monkey
Thank you
Senior.
very much. You literally
Hello.
just had this discussion. I know it's the wrong show. I'm being
Okay.
a
We're not at ranking yet. We're the
yet.
scientists will leave, and then the Council of Scientists will come in. They sound and look very similar, but they are in fact much different people.
I apologize in advance for the very dated 90s hip hop reference here, 2000s hip hop. But does that make us D6?
I hate you. We are here to talk about our fourth and final week of The Legend of Bumbo, subtitled Bumbo on Coin. And I wish I had more time to play this game this week.
Damn, bro.
This is the heavy recording season for TVGP, and time has been short. I did manage to cross one milestone and get a Steam achievement that I did not know existed, and that's because I managed to match 7 curse tiles at once.
Nice.
Spoiler alert, it just ends your run. You just, no matter how much health you have, no matter what you were doing, your run's just over. It just pans the screen up and says, you failed, F+.
Oh, wow.
So don't.
funny.
And the reason why that happened is I got the item, the rainbow, I think it is, where you generate wild tokens and curse tokens at the same time. And I got a chance to use it a whole bunch of times in one turn and thought to myself, surely
What could
I
go
will
wrong?
create a whole bunch of wild tokens. Incorrect.
Oh, wow.
I created 7 curse tokens and matched them.
Did you choose to match them? Is the
No,
question.
I d-
Oh, we just right.
no, because it filled, like, I didn't even have that many on screen, but like I just got that perfect row on one use of it, and then the camera tilts up and it says you got an achievement, you matched 7. It was like Mega Bummer or something like that is what it was called, and it says, yeah, you failed your run.
That's pretty good. Also a reference to Mega Bum, who is, I believe, the name for the 3 bums combined in Isaac.
Yeah, and there's a bummer. There's something bummer in Isaac too, and I don't remember what. Because there's like 1,500 items in that game now, so who knows?
Yup.
Yeah. Moon, what did you do and maybe accomplish this week?
I accomplished failure a whole bunch, as I repeatedly tried Bumbo the Weird runs and
Okay.
repeatedly failed Bumbo the Weird runs. I feel like I get into a really good rhythm with them, where it's just like, okay, I'm clearing these rooms out and I'm not taking a single hit, and the enemies aren't even getting a 10. I'm kicking that much ass.
Nice.
And then something will happen, and I'll go against one of those enemies that you need to do something particular for, like the toilet rolls, for example.
Yeah.
Where you hit them, they hide, they come back down, you can't do nothing to them while they're...
Are those toilet rolls or are those tapeworms?
I don't know, dude.
I there's a bunch of enemies in this game where it's like, I don't know what you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It might be tapeworms.
It's like that in Isaac too, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
some
that's
things
true,
are
where it's like,
what
what
are
kind of-
you?
You're just kind of a blob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, either or would kind of fit in fine with the aesthetic. I mean,
Yeah.
toilet roll or tapeworm doesn't really matter. But yeah, I'd just run against a room full of people and then I'd make stupid decisions and then die because I'm an idiot and I don't pay attention to what's going on. Like, he gets 2 turns by default and I'm just like, I'm going to attack people and get that extra move for the kill, and then 4 people are ready to attack me and I'm like,
Oh no. I've made a mistake.
oh, I
Yeah.
should have been putting poop balls up, shouldn't I?
That's the hardest. I feel like when you start off Binding of Isaac, I feel like there's that. It's very much that mental block you got when you're playing Guitar Hero or Rock Band, where it's like you see the solo coming and you're like, oh no, and like the brain to finger communication fails. Same thing with Isaac, where it's like it's okay if there's a room full of 10 champions, like you can get out of it as long as you don't have a terrible run. I feel like I haven't beaten that mental block on Bumbo yet, where it's like 4 enemies on screen are all going to attack in the same turn. I'm going to freak out. It's like, no, you can do, like, match poop, match boogers, like, try and use some of the skills you have to get more than 2 turns in this turn phase. I don't know what you want to call it, but
2 more actions in this turn.
perfect. There you go. But my brain is just sort of like, run away. Let's get out of here. It's not worth it.
Like, I don't do well with puzzle games, generally speaking. And it's nothing against puzzle games. It's the fact that I am a very reactive kind of player. Like, you stick me on Dark Souls, you stick me on a really punishing video game, and people who listen and the cast themselves will tell you I'm pretty good at video games.
Yeah.
As it turns out, I'm just really not that good about thinking 3 steps ahead.
Right.
There is a reason I was never like a chess grand champion or really good at backgammon. It's because I think about the here and now. It's like, I'm good at Apex Legends. I can see someone, react to them, and shoot them and kill them pretty solidly.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to like matching 3, so the stupid rat in Puzzle Quest doesn't kill me on the first round, that's when I start making stupid mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably going to keep playing this. I'm going to enjoy this a lot more as I train my brain better to be forward thinking in this kind of stuff.
Right.
Like, I don't need to think about the quickest way to clear a room. I need to think about the way to take the least amount of damage.
Right.
And it's kind of the same issue I actually bumped into with Isaac, where between the two of us, whenever we did the daily runs, you would trounce me in not taking damage, but then I would beat you in like the speed or
exploration.
Or, stuff like that. It's like, I don't know what it is. I'm just like, yeah, hit me. Come on. I want you to hit me as hard as you can. Oh, crap, my run is over.
You're not always Samson.
Unfortunately.
Monkey, how about you this past week?
So I had some interesting runs. I unlocked Brimstone on one of my runs. I don't remember who unlocked it, but
okay.
And
Hold on. Tell me about Brimstone. Tell me all about it.
Yeah.
And I managed to actually get it, the item, in my very next run after that. Brimstone's not as good in this.
Okay.
I mean, it's fine. It takes 6 yellow mana, so it's very costly, and it hits 1 column for 3, and like that's
Brimstone's not as good as he says. So that sounds pretty good.
It's good, but I don't know that. Like when you get it in Isaac, you're like, oh, okay, I definitely win, like 100%. Exactly. But when I got it in this and I started using it, I'm like, I would rather use any of my other spells than Brimstone, because the other ones, like, I don't know, help. Like one of my spells did a lot more damage because I beefed it up in previous rooms, and like stuff. Some of my other ones actually change the board so I can make better matches, and then just straight damage, 3 damage. At the point I was in, wasn't like one-shotting things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to use the Isaac equivalent here, it sounds like you pumped everything else up. So it was almost like you had Godhead and then Brimstone is there, and you're just like, I ain't taking Brimstone.
Yeah, it's like that's gonna
right here.
Yeah.
That's gonna mess my run up. Yeah.
So yeah, like it was cool, and that I managed to beat that run, and that was the run that I unlocked everything is terrible.
All right.
So, and that was earlier today. So I managed to get 1 run in after I unlocked everything is terrible, and it didn't feel too different.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I don't know. I was expecting.
I think the first time you get everything is terrible in Isaac, it doesn't feel that different the first time you get it either. It's when you get the everything is even more terrible that the things go really out the window.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if he's going to drop the same stuff on us twice. And like, 10 runs down the line, Monkey's like, everything is more terrible and I hate it.
Please, this is the worst.
Yeah. I did do my first Bumbo the Dead run.
Oh, okay.
He's weird. Let's see. The Dead has 3 soul hearts and no regular hearts.
Great.
That's good. Blue baby.
Right, yeah.
He basically is blue baby.
Okay.
Because he is blue. Is the Dead. And he has 1 movement.
Oh.
Even better.
Woof.
Yeah. But his spells are move one row to the right and then move one column down, and both of those cost 1 mana. And
Okay.
Interesting.
His passive trait is that every time you use a spell, that spell's mana cost changes, like randomizes to something else.
Oh.
Okay.
And then he has one attacking spell that's a fly. You hit one enemy, and then every turn the fly hits that enemy again.
Okay.
It's really interesting, but I don't like him.
Yeah.
Because I think the main reason is because the first time I was using them, and I was going through, and I got to the boss with that can only be hit once per turn. I don't know if you guys have.
Yeah.
And I used my fly on him, and that every turn the fly hit him, but it was only doing 1 damage.
Whereas you had
and it has like 16 health or something. So I just had to defend for 16 turns. I'm just like, this is so boring.
Yeah.
And yeah, but he's weird. I unfortunately died in the last floor, so
that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing is, like, that's the one special thing about Isaac, I think, is we all have our favorites. Like, I don't know who your main is, Monkey and Isaac, but I know Mr. Blue Baby himself.
I love Blue Baby.
Like, you're a Blue Baby, I'm an Azazel, Monkey is a...
I don't know. I like going random.
Yeah, I like Eden a lot for randomization.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see is as we delve more down this rabbit hole, if we'll end up with a favorite character to do the run with. And knowing Boston being the sadist that he is, he's just going to absolutely adore the Bumbo the Dead.
Yeah.
I do like the weird in this one, though.
Yeah.
The weird is his spells are so cool to me. Like, the weird's just got the most interesting weird combination of spells that he starts with. Like, he's weak, but he's really powerful on like the actual board control itself. And the fact that he can produce puzzles and throw them at people is so hilarious.
And it's great that each character is significantly different from one another. You know, I talked about this last week, but it feels like we had this fun 1-2 punch between Dicey Dungeons and this, of each character being like, all right, let's see what they do. Oh, it's significantly different in fairly major ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's cool. All right, well, that is our final week of The Legend of Bumbo. Next up, alongside this, will be the scientist coming in to rank this in the industry standard list of the best roguelikes of all time. You don't need another list. We got you covered. But before that, we're going to talk about our next game, and the randomizer has chosen classic, all-time classic roguelite, Nuclear Throne. This came out for Windows, OS X, Linux, PS3, PS4, Vita, and Switch. Piece of programming news here. We're going to take a 2-week holiday break off. This coincides with the TVGP holiday, so you'll get your top 10, you'll get your predictions and stuff. We'll be back in 2 weeks. If you're not a patron, this would be the best time to sign up, because you won't really have...
Literally, you won't have any catching up to do.
Yeah, you won't have any catching up to do, because on the public feed, by the time this comes out, next episode will be ready for you. So, patreon.com/E1M1, the ones are numbers, $2 a month. That's it. We'll get you 2-week early access to this very show. $5 a month is the recommended one. You get all of the extra podcasts we release, and it's starting to become a lot.
It's too much.
Yeah, we have a problem with putting out too much stuff, but it's great for you because $5 a month is super cheap, and it gets you all the audio content we have, and that helps us fund the show.
Mm-hmm. Don't like what I think about movies? Come at me, bro. Pay me $5 a month and then come at me.
That's right. Directly. All right, so next game is Nuclear Throne. We're going to play that for probably 4 weeks. I've never played it, so that I'm assuming that is a long enough time, but we will finally be checking off one of the bucket list roguelikes here on our list. So thank you for listening. Again, patreon.com/E1M1. The scientist will be in the studio alongside this for the ranking episode, and we'll see you all next run.
Bye.